My name's Andrew Childers. I'm the CEO of Beyond Procurement. We're a cost and carbon reduction company. We work nationally, but we also work globally because we work with companies that have offices all around the world. There's 5 core of us, but we have a family of other suppliers that link in with us of about 20, as there's a few of us. And we're a little different to the other consultants out there that do carbon reduction in the fact that we work with businesses as carbon coaches and stay with them on that entire journey. And not only that, we do commercially viable carbon reduction, so we're looking at reducing costs on an ongoing basis as well, which is obviously incredibly important for businesses. We started in 2007, and when we was looking, initially you don't start off with a CRM system, so you kind of clunkily do it with Excel sheets, and then we decided, right, we really need to bring in a good CRM. So we thought, well, okay, we'll use the best that's in the market, and what we wanted to use was that real high profile, something that we're never going to outgrow. So initially we paid the very expensive price and it was using Salesforce for many years, actually, probably for about 10 years we used this. And so we customized that, and luckily my business partner at the time was able to do that in-house, because otherwise it was incredibly expensive. But we found it quite difficult and frustrating. Anything that we needed to change was very time consuming and quite hard to do, or very expensive to get support to do it. So we went with, but we still continued with Salesforce for about 10 years. We were growing as a business, and there's always constant change. So we were adding more products, more services, and we needed to be able to adapt our CRM system to meet that and the customer needs and to obtain more information. But doing it with Salesforce was really painful. It was just too expensive, and we just didn't have the internal skills. The team were frustrated. It drove them crazy, to be honest. And so we decided, well, we're going to need to take the leap now. We're going to need to find something that's more manageable internally. And so we searched around all the different CRM systems. So we're a procurement organisation as well, so we do our due diligence in the marketplace, so we're quite thorough in that side. And we found ZOHO looked likely to meet our needs. So we switched over probably about 4 years ago, I think it was now. So yeah, we've got a bit of a relationship with you guys for now for a little while. So initially it's about holding that contact information and being able to give that good customer journey and making sure none of the data is lost. But we've incorporated every part of our business now into ZOHO. We use ZOHO One. So initially we brought in campaigns. So we would do that for communication with all of our leads and contacts. We use it to manage everything on a daily basis, and we've now got to the point where we're bringing in all of the other aspects, and a lot of the time we didn't even know that half of the products were out there. So we're moving over from Free Agent. We've been with Free Agent for 15 years, I believe, but now coming over to ZOHO Books. We already, as I say, using the campaigns and the socials. Oh, and in socials we now brought in as well. So we do all of our social campaigns and map all of those out for about 3 to 6 months. That's all taken care of in that side of things. ZOHO Books is replacing Free Agent, as I say. We're changing from Gravity forms on our website to ZOHO forms because there's just a lot more functionality, and it all just flows and aligns. So we come to the kind of conclusion, and when I'm speaking to the team, is that no matter what the question, what it is that we're doing with our business, ZOHO has to be the answer. So we're making sure that all of our bits link up, and so that everything's automated, everything flows. So we're doing all of our analytics with ZOHO, everything now. And I imagine that's the next stage, is that we're just bringing in all of those next elements, and then we're kind of looking, well, what else is there that you guys, because as I say, we don't know that we don't know, so we're actually looking at what else it can do. So every part of our operation, we're now looking first, does ZOHO do this? Because we just want everything aligned. All of the admin we now do in-house. So initially when we switched over to ZOHO, we was a little nervous because especially with our experience of trying to do that internally and failing a lot. So we had the major premium support from ZOHO in that first year. We paid for that. But we found quite quickly that we didn't need it. We switched over to the normal ZOHO support, and it's adequate. We do everything internally. There's lots of tutorials, and there's a whole group, and there's a whole kind of training packages on there. And you can literally just go on YouTube anyway and say, how do you get ZOHO to do? So doing stuff in-house, the team fell in love with ZOHO really quickly. That frustration left them, and they found that the functionality, they could adapt it and change it, and they've become in-house experts on this, and my son has recently just joined the company. He's a tech guy anyway, and he's coming in, he's just picked it up, and it's quite intuitive, and now he's become very quickly a ZOHO expert, so we throw everything at him and we do everything in-house. And where recently we were about to move over into ZOHO Books, and it was a bit fearful of that because 15 years of accounts, I was a little nervous to do that. We went out to a consultancy to ask them how we do that transition, and we got a big project plan, scope of works, and a big cost associated to come back. But then we spoke to ZOHO support and said, look, this is what we're looking to do. And they provided us with all of that links and support and guidance and training, and said, look, 90% of this you can do on your own and with us. And that last 10% where you're going to get stuck and it's just going to be a bit tricky, just get them to do that with that external support. So we took out 90% of the costs there as well. So we find it's the functionality and the usability is so much easier with ZOHO One than it was in the past. The secret to business is that you've got to eliminate all the bits that you don't need, automate all of the things that you do as much as possible, isn't it? And that's what we've been able to do with the ZOHO and all of the different applications that it's got inside it. You can clip everything together and bolt them all on, and then you get that flow. And that's what's happening in our businesses. We're automating absolutely everything, as I say. So it saves us all of that administrative time. It's unquantifiable, because it's literally members of staff and weeks that it saves us. Everything now is just automated and flowing. The external support and help that we needed just to adapt Salesforce to get it to do what we wanted was tens of thousands every year. We don't need to do that at all. And not only that, it's the time. We can do it ourselves within hours now, or with a little bit of support and training. We've got it done within a week. And then adding all these extra little bits on, like we don't have to have a separate social account, we don't have to have a separate email account. All of these little things are all within ZOHO One. And now we're doing the books. We pay for an external free agent. Well, hang on a second, we can do this and it's all included in our subscription anyway. So all of those little costs and those little disjoints within our organisation are now being aligned, and all of those costs are being removed. But the favourites is the workflows, is the fact that you can automate everything inside them, and the workflows can be in projects. Actually, projects we use, and that saved us because what we do is whenever we're working with a client, every client then becomes a project. It means then everything is managed and everything is controlled. And so that's probably one of our favourite ones, is the projects element inside there, because it just controls everything for us.